Yeah, Meanie in the building. Opinion so sharp, it cut you in your feelings. Minion with opinion, facts not feelings. Running up the views, yeah, the real ones feel it. Truth with the smoke, I ain't never concealing. Click, like, sub, I'm the one that's revealing. Scroll through the cap, I break the illusion. Commentary fire, I'm starting a movement. Catch these bars like it's court and I'm suing. Mic like a gavel and I'm judged, no losing. Snapbacks, hood facts, yeah, I'm in my bag. Viral with a vision, the facts will make you gag. Minion in the mix, yo DJ, bring it back. Y'all be ducking truth, I be swinging with the facts. They scrolling and trolling, but they still listening. I make them laugh, then I drop the conviction in. Politics, gossip, real life decisioning. Every upload hit like a Rico depositioning.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is the Minion with a Pinion, back with another video. What's going on, people? It is Sunday. I hope you guys are had a great weekend. It's about to be a new week, so I hope you guys are ready for that. And this video is not going to be too heavy, I guess. Not per se. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But we're just going to be talking about some political stuff that's going on, that's went on this week. I know you guys saw a lot of the stuff that has happened this week. So we are going to be talking about it and what it might mean for just the future of the nation, the country. And so I am going to start sharing some videos. And before we get into the videos though, guys, first off, what's going on, Beth? How you doing? Glad to see you here, and I love you as well. Oh, of course, before we start, I forgot, before we start the live show though, guys, let me just go ahead and start off with
What's up? What's up? Yo, Duke, pick up the phone. Yo. What's up?
All right, guys, so yes, what's up? I hope everybody's having a great night so far. Like I said, we are going to get into some things today. So we are going to be talking about what's going on with Donald Trump, aka what they call him, Taco Tits, or Cankles McTaco Tits, or whatever y'all want to call them, all of the different names that you guys have for the president, commander-in-chief that's in office right now. So we are going to get into it, y'all. It's a lot to discuss. I was going to discuss something else that is going on in Dalton with one of the trustees, but I'm going to save that for hopefully tomorrow or the day after. Y'all do me a favor though, as you guys are coming in, do me a huge favor and go ahead and like the video. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe, press the bell button, all that good stuff. And yeah, so we're gonna get into the show. So the first thing, guys, I want us to look at is they recently passed a bill for they recently passed it. It passed for them to name Charlie Kirk's birthday a new holiday, I guess, or like a day of remembrance or something like that. So the thing about it though, the thing that I want us to look at and to discuss is going to be the fact that in this debate, it looks like the Democrats were divided. So I want us to listen to this clip real quick, and then we're going to talk about it.
Chad, that Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of the Democrats, the House Democrats, just voted yes He's a yes on honoring Charlie Kirk, and AOC just voted no. So there is the divide right there within the Democratic Party on a resolution that really should be bringing everyone together.
All right, so guys, that was the clip, and we can go back to the main screen. So in that clip, you guys saw that they were basically saying that Hakeem Jeffries voted yes to have Charlie Kirk's birthday be honored as like a national holiday or something to that effect. All right. AOC said, nah, he ain't did enough for him to have a national holiday. I'm putting words in her mouth, but you know, in my mind, that's what she was thinking.
Allegedly.
All right. So, well, the question that I'm having is, and y'all let me know what y'all think about the Democrats being divided. Does it seem like Charlie Kirk really should have a holiday right now? Do you guys think that Charlie Kirk, because of the way he passed and because of his impact to the young, Republican Party, do you guys think that he should be celebrated with a day as a holiday, his birthday as a holiday? AOC voted no. Hakeem Jeffries voted yes. The thing about this also is that when they're divided so publicly, does that make the Democratic Party still look like it's a weak party? I think that, when one thing about Donald Trump and MAGA, they keep a united front, no matter how idiotic it makes them look, no matter how bad, sick, hypocritical, all the things, all the adjectives that you can use, no matter how it makes them look, they stay united. And the Democrats haven't found that leader to actually keep them on one accord and not, going against each other in public. I don't like it. All right. So now that we have that out the way, y'all, what's good? Y'all, what's good, Wyoming girl? I got I'm gonna be using, y'all, let me know if y'all can hear this, because it's a different application, but can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear that, because I want to use that instead. And what's good? We got Mr. LC to you in the building. What's good, Mr. LC to you? All right, so yeah, so that's one of the things that I wanted us to discuss. But before we get into the next thing, the reason why I think a lot of people were kind of on the fence as to whether or not we need to celebrate Charlie Kirk and give him an official holiday, I think one of the things was the fact that, oh yeah, we got French Wrench in the building. I think one of the things that we got, and I'm gonna go ahead and show it for you, is people were really trying to compare him to Martin Luther King. And so I think that, giving him his own thing in his own right, whatever, I don't really have an opinion about it one way or the other. But to compare him to Martin Luther King, I think a lot of people found that to be a little bit offensive. The reason being is because it actually took Martin Luther King 15 years after his death in 1968. It took him until 1983 to actually get his day recognized as a holiday. So a lot of people were saying it's kind of like, how did Charlie Kirk just be able to get the holiday, after an assassination that there are a lot of questions around. There are a lot of conspiracy theories around his assassination, what happened to him as well. So, it's just food for thought. I don't know. I just want to know what you guys are thinking. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. All right. So the next thing that I want to talk about is our favorite president, Donald J. Trump. Now, before we get into talking about Donald J. Trump, I'm also using a new application for my camera today. So it allows me to do the background. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this background. I kind of like the background. It also has a couple of other features that I like as well. Like, it also gives you the ability to, let me go ahead and show you guys. As y'all can see, my face changing. So you can do that type of stuff with it. And if you don't want to be on camera, maybe you just don't feel like being on camera, you can do like the blur and it follows you. So I think I like this app a little bit, you know? Y'all let me know if y'all like it. All right, so anyways, we're gonna get into the Donald Trump of it all. Let's go ahead and move on right along. All right. So this is Donald J. Trump. He just recently, as you guys can see, he did a speech at the American Cornerstone Institute Founders Dinner. So he had a few interesting things. A lot of people were making fun of him because his math just wasn't mathing. And so let's look at this video clip real quick of Donald Trump trying to add, I guess.
United States, you're going to see the biggest cuts in drug prices, which is going to be great for every aspect: Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, everything. It's going to have numbers. I mean, we're going to literally be cutting prices by 500%, 600%. Drugs that sell for $88 in London are selling for $130. You know, think of it, $1,300 for, I call it the fat killer. I don't know if it works or not, but it didn't work for a friend of mine who called.
Okay, guys, so just so you guys know, because I at first was not following him, they're talking about how much he's saying that he's going to be able to reduce the drug costs. Now, the most that you can reduce the cost of anything is by 100%. So a lot of people are making fun of him because in a prior interview that he did, he was actually bragging about being able to reduce medical drug costs by up to 1,000%. So he obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. And we're gonna listen to this again because this math is just not math, y'all. So let's listen just one more time and then we're gonna talk about this because this is crazy.
It's going to be great for every aspect: Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, everything. It's going to have numbers. I mean, we're going to literally be cutting prices by 500%, 600%.
How?
What? What the?
Like, how are you going to make that happen, Donald J. Trump? Just please tell us how you're going to do that. That means that in order for them to cut the price by 500, 600%, they would be paying us to use the drugs. I don't think that he really understands that. Y'all, and what is good, Reality Check TV? I don't know if y'all told me that y'all heard.
So got some breaking news here, Chad, that Hakeem Jeffries, the leader of the...
I don't know if you guys told me that y'all heard with the thing. Let me see. Bet says he does not compare to Martin Luther King. Totally agree. Wyoming Girl says we are giving everyone a day and a month. I'm telling you, it's just so crazy. Y'all, we got Gemini in the building. Okay, y'all let me know if y'all heard that. We got Reality Check TV. What's good, Reality Check TV? No, should not be a holiday for what? Give George Floyd a holiday too. I mean, that's a great argument. I mean, if you give him, you might as well. I really like you are live about streaming. Yeah, thank you. I'm trying. He's not a very good speaker, but he is funny sometimes. He is very funny sometimes. All right, guys, so let's continue watching this. I mean, just listen to this math that he just says about how much the cost is in, I think he says Britain or something. Let's listen.
Drugs that sell for $88 in London is
London, $88 in London.
selling for $130. You know what? Think of
It's selling for $130. Where is it selling for $130? That's not lower than $80. Why are you bringing it up? Like, I'm just totally confused at the moment.
it. $1,300 for, I call it the fat killer. I don't know if
See, I mean, this is just complete and utter nonsense. The fat killer. Like, why doesn't he just use the actual name? Why can't he talk like a civilized, intelligent human being? Like, is this what our country has devolved to? Like, God.
it works or not, but it didn't work for a friend of mine who called me. He said he's a very successful guy, seriously obese, seriously, highly neurotic, but a brilliant businessman. You need those qualities sometimes, you know?
So yeah, that is how crazy our president is. All right, so anyways, aside from that tangent that he went on during this dinner, like he was supposed to be giving a speech for the American Cornerstone, you know, Foundation, whatever the case may be. This is supposed to be a special event, and he's just ranting about, talking about a whole bunch of nonsense. But the thing that people are talking about is the fact that he was so mean and inconsiderate, disrespectful when it came to Joe Biden. And you guys know that Joe Biden was recently diagnosed with cancer, right? So Donald Trump is actually right here. I ain't even gonna tell you. Let's just listen to it, and then you guys tell me what you think, because this is crazy.
Very angry, mean Biden. You know, Biden was always a mean guy, but never a smart guy. You know, even you go back 30 years ago, 40 years ago, he was a stupid guy, but he was always a mean son of a bitch, you know? How's it working? Not working too well for him.
What?
How is the president out here talking like this? How is the president, like, is this can't be our president. Like, is this what we really want our president to be out here sounding like?
Right now, as that says. So when you start feeling sorry for him, remember, he was a bad guy. And I created the first.
All right, guys. So see, he said, so when y'all start feeling sorry for him because of his recent diagnosis, you know, he is battling with cancer. Remember, he's a bad guy. So you want us to feel sorry for Charlie Kirk, but when it comes to Joe Biden and his cancer, we shouldn't feel sorry for him? Like, I'm just not understanding the logic behind what's going on. Like I said, there's just so much going on right now that I can't even make sense of it all. It's all just crazy. All right, so really quickly, what's up, collectibles? Glad you joined the live. What is good? All right. Yeah, he's not a politician. All right, Trump is Trump. He is the man right now. You cannot judge his career by one statement. Well, no, what I'm saying is we're not judging Trump's career, but at the same time, if we gotta be you know, all mindful and sentimental to what happened to Charlie Kirk, then you would think that just to show the people, even the people on the left that are not willing to be compassionate, show them, okay, well, I'm gonna be compassionate anyway. I'm gonna be compassionate about Joe Biden anyway. But instead, he wants to pout and be, you know, just being and nasty about something that is really serious. You know, we have to make sure that we're holding these people accountable, that we're not just, you know, because we like the person that's in office, that we allow them to get away with stuff that they really shouldn't be getting away with, y'all. All right, again, but if y'all are just coming in, please do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and hit the bell button, of course. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. We got Dave Bryson in the building. What's good, Dave? Thank you for joining. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, we're gonna keep it on Donald J. Trump because he did a lot of things this week. But one of the other things that he did was he had a Q&A, I guess, a press release, a press conference in the Oval Office, and a lot of people were talking about how he basically disrespected some woman, and some reporter called her obnoxious. And let's look at the clip.
We have to save New Orleans.
Mr. President, when are you going to get
We're going to be going into New York too. Yeah.
Mr. President,
and we're going to be going in quiet. You're really obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I'm trying to ask you, what about your plans
You are
for
really
Memphis?
obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I am asking, what are your plans for Memphis? Many people.
I'm not going to talk to you until I call on you.
What are your plans
So,
for Memphis?
who
Mr.
else? Yeah,
President?
go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This was hilarious to me. The reason why this was hilarious to me, let's listen to this one more time, because who is this reporter? Who is this reporter? I don't agree with Trump on a lot of things, but she was definitely obnoxious. Y'all can't lie. Objectively speaking, this reporter was obnoxious. Listen to her.
We have to save New Orleans.
Mr. President, when are you going to get
We're going to be going into New York too. Yeah.
Mr. President,
and we're going to be going in quiet. You're really obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I'm trying.
I'm not obnoxious, but that right there is the most obnoxious thing that you could say. I'm not obnoxious, but I'm trying to, let's just listen to it. It's just hilarious to me though.
To ask you, what about your plans
You are
for
really
Memphis?
obnoxious.
I'm not obnoxious, but I am asking, what are your plans for
Oh my God, that is so hilarious to me, y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. That is too funny. It is so funny because, like I said, it's Trump. It's hard to just agree with him, but I totally agree that she was obnoxious. Now, do I agree with our president just openly and blatantly saying it like that? You know, maybe he should mind his words and pick his words better. But that was hilarious to me. All right, so the next thing, guys, we're going to talk about is, you saw that he basically went to the next reporter, right? So let's just look at this play out.
I'm not going to talk to you until I call on you.
What are your plans
So,
for Memphis,
who
Mr.
else? Yeah, go
President?
ahead.
So he just gave this other person the go ahead to go ask him a question, right? So look at the question that the reporter asked, y'all. This is hilarious. It was just so funny to me. So y'all listen, just look.
Sell this free speech question, because you said that you restored free speech in America.
Yeah.
Is that free speech including for people who are harshly critical of you, for your political opponents, for people who say things you don't
I've
like,
become immune to
treat
it.
you unfairly?
I've become immune to it. There's never been a person that's had more unfair publicity than me, and that's why your network paid me $15 million, or $16 million, I believe, to be exact. George Slopadopoulos.
George Slopadopoulos. Not George Slopadopoulos.
What the?
That, he is so petty. He is just so petty.
And that's why CBS paid me a lot of money, too. And that's why I sued the New York Times 2 days ago for a lot of money. Because I'm winning. I mean, I'm winning the cases. And the reason I'm winning is because you're guilty, John. You're guilty. ABC is a terrible network, a very unfair network, and you should be.
You see how he just goes off? Like, it don't take, no, he's so sensitive. He is so sensitive. One thing y'all cannot deny is this man is sensitive.
Be ashamed of yourself. NBC is equally bad. I don't know who's worse. I think they're equally bad. And, you know, for you to stand there and act so innocent and ask me a question like that. But look, you paid a big price because you were dishonest, John. The reason I won that lawsuit was because you were dishonest. You were proven to be dishonest. And so you can't sit back and just say, oh, well, what do you think? You know, like you're some wonderful person. You're not a wonderful person. Frankly, you're a terrible reporter. You know it, and so do I.
Look, he's such an asshole. Oh my God. Like, Trump, he just, why give these people the time? Like, you are the commander in chief. You are the president of the United States. Why? All right, but that's not the only thing, guys, because after him, another reporter came through, and of course, same thing, but let's just watch this so we can just look at it and see. Just so much stuff going on with this man in just one meeting.
This week, do you see a difference between cancel culture and consequence culture?
I mean, your question's a little trick question. I'm a very strong person for free speech. At the same time, when you have networks that where I won an election, like in counties, I guess it's 2,600 to 525. That's called landslide. A landslide times two. When you have that kind of that level of popularity or voter support, as I did in the last election, and yet 97 and 94%, different numbers. You see different numbers with different stats, but 97, 94, 95, 96% of the people are against me in the sense of the newscasts are against me.
All right, guys. So this is what he thinks. He thinks that basically he has to silence them because 96, 95, 97% of the stuff that they air is negative about him. All right. So, what do you guys think about that? Do you think that just because he's a little sensitive about the information that the networks are speaking about him, do you think that should give him the right to like censor these networks? Or should people just be able to choose what they want to watch? If you don't want to watch someone bashing the president, just go to a station like Fox that doesn't bash the president, right? So that is the argument that's being made this week, because since Kimmel's basic termination from the air, a lot of people have been protesting, but something else just happened. All right, so let's watch this real quick, guys, so we can see what else is going on this week. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull it up for us so we can see it right here. All right, so as you guys can see, they're saying that Donald Trump basically tried to send Pam Bondi a DM, but instead of a DM, it was an actual Truth Social post. So everybody's been talking about this today. I'm pretty sure you guys heard about it, but it says, Pam, I have reviewed over 30 statements and posts saying that essentially same old story as last time. All talk, no action. Nothing is being done. What about Comey, Adam, Shifty, Schiff, Letitia? They're all guilty as hell, but nothing is going to be done. Then we almost put in a Democrat-supported U.S. attorney in Virginia with a really bad Republican past, a woke rhino, which is basically a Republican in name only, a woke rhino who was never going to do his job. That's why two of the worst Dem senators pushed him so hard. He even lied to the media and said he quit and that we had no case. No, I fired him, and there is a great case, and many layers and legal pundits say so. Lindsay is a really good lawyer and likes you a lot. We can't delay any longer. It's killing our reputation and credibility. They impeached me twice and indicted me 5 times over nothing. Justice must be served now. President DJT. All right, guys. So that is the Truth Social post that people are saying he did not mean to actually post on his Truth Social. But it is basically saying that he's basically telling Pam that they need to get this done by any means necessary is what people are taking away from this. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this is showing that Pam Bondi is pretty much essentially just Donald Trump's attorney and not the U.S.'s attorney? That's what a lot of people are saying, that this is just, further proof that she's working for one person, which is Donald Trump. All right, so y'all let me know what y'all think, and let me see what's going on in this chat. All right, French Rent says not polite or delusional. Wyoming Girl says old folks feel like they can say what they want to say. Status Quo says President Trump is doing well in the courts. French Wentz says, if I was a reporter, probably the same, right? I would rethink my future job. Well, that's the other thing that we're going to talk about, French Wrench. He's making his retirement channel on YouTube. That's funny. He'll be a kingmaker long after he's out of office. Here's the problem with the news reporting to the country owned by the same owner, so the news will serve him as the issue. They had to create a law for news media authorized to cast in the country, not be owned only by one entity. All right. What's up, Status Quo? Good evening to you as well. Okay, so y'all, this is the thing though. If you think about it, Donald Trump is only going to be in office for 3.5 more years, or however long he's going to be back in office, still be in office. So when he gets out of office, let's say a Democrat gets in office, a lot of people are saying that what if the Democrats start doing the same exact thing? And so what people are saying is that he's setting a dangerous standard for people in office to be able to basically push the extent of their power to its limits. And so, are we setting a dangerous standard when it comes to people in power, especially knowing that there's only a limited time, because this doesn't unify the two parties. this basically says, okay, well, you think that you got it this time, but when we get in office, we'll show you, right? So do we really want that dynamic between the parties in the United States is the question. All right, so the next thing I want us to talk about, though, is because we know that Kimmel being fired was a really big deal to a lot of people. A lot of people watch Kimmel, me being one of them. I actually do watch his opening monologues on YouTube. I don't watch the show, but I do watch his opening monologues, and I look forward to them every night. I do. And so here's a video that I got from Twitter showing what's happened since, in the aftermath, since Kimmel has been relieved of his duties.
When it's going to hit the news of what happened today, but the blowback from this whole ABC News canceling Jimmy Kimmel Live is historic. Not only are people canceling their Hulu app, their Disney Plus apps, their ABC apps, people are boycotting Marvel, studios, Marvel Comics, movies, and any Disney movie. People are protesting outside of Disney in Burbank today. People are canceling Disney cruises, and people are canceling trips to the Disney parks, Disney World and Disneyland here in California. So screw Disney, screw ABC. You were concerned about the FCC and Donald Trump having power over you. And remember, you make your money off the people, not off the... So that was your mistake, getting scared by the FCC. You should be scared by the people who put food on your table, and that's us. And you're canceled.
All right, so basically, it's being reported that there are thousands, maybe millions of people who have unsubscribed to Hulu, to Disney Plus, to canceled their Disney cruises, their Disney trips, Hulu, and they're just boycotting Disney altogether just because of ABC. So do you guys, and I heard that ABC is also looking to try to make a deal with Kimmel so that he can come back, but so that he comes back in a more toned down manner. So do you think that Kimmel is going to decide that he's going to come back and he's going to capitulate and do his content based on what Donald Trump deems acceptable? Or do you guys think that he's going to find something else to do with his time and find a different way? All right, so that's another thing that, again, it's the blowback that we keep talking about free speech and consequences behind free speech, and people saying that, they're okay with Kimmel getting canceled because of the fact that he does have a boss that he reports to. But what this man was saying was that, well, that boss also has a boss that they report to, and that is the people who go to the movies and the people who watch the content that they put out. Those are their bosses. And instead of listening to Donald J. Trump, who is one man who can't keep your business afloat if no one else supports you, you need to be listening to the people and the audience and the people that support him. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Disney should have, everybody should boycott Disney? Do you think that people are overreacting? Do you think that Kimmel wasn't any good, or, he deserved to be canceled? Let me know what y'all think. Now, before we're gonna go into some of the last topic that I wanted to talk about tonight. before I go into the last topic, let me look at some of you guys' comments so I know what you guys are saying. All right, French Rin says, from an outsider, I think Biden was really a very bad idea. All right. Status Quo says, Comey, Brenham, Schiff, James have been off the rails already. French Rin says, same side with another face. Kimmel was not fired. He was suspended, I thought. Well, actually, he was suspended indefinitely, Wyoming gal. So, yeah, she says, I don't watch Kimmel. Kimmel has a very small market share of TV audience, 1,000 per night, 100,000 per night. Well, seems like that 100,000 decided to cancel their Disney. You know, I think that it is making their stock went down. Like, it is making a huge impact on Disney's bottom line. So, you know, whether or not you think Kimmel was a good show, do you think it was right for them to cancel? Was that the right move? Because look at the repercussions to what they're doing or what they've already done. Like, people are canceling the stuff, and I could pull up reports. There are tons of reports saying the same thing from reputable news outlets. So looks like this is not going to, I mean, I don't know how it's going to end, to be honest. You don't have to be a fan of his to be outraged at the decision. All right, Cynical Steph, thank you for joining the conversation. All right, I love that. All right, FCC, I think this is the licensing commission. I'm still going to Disneyland in 2027. I know that's right. I'm not sure Kimmel had that many watchers. True, many people vote with their feet. Hey, Million the God, what's good, Ramona? How you doing? All right, from memory of last month, Wyoming girl, he garnered 1.4 market share percentage. I gave them a choice to fire the old duck. It gave them a choice to fire the old duck. All right, okay. Put KRP in charge of Disney. Not KRP. All right, a lot of entertainers were canceled in the last few years. Please, please, Disney employees, follow through with not creating shitty Disney content. Lord have mercy, Kimmel not making them any money. Yeah, but now they lost over $3 million. See, I mean, they are losing money definitely now. They ruined Star Wars. Hence the corporate decision. Hello, French Wrench. Okay, so I think a lot of people were saying that, I mean, you know, it is pretty divided in the decision to permanently, whatever the technical name for was, remove him from the air. All right, now a lot of people are saying that it was a business decision, but because the person over the FCC that was appointed by Donald Trump actually came on before the decision was made and had those crazy things to say in terms of basically threatening these networks, saying we can do this the hard way, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. So a lot of people are saying because of those comments, it makes it look like it was a move that was done strictly because of the president wanting them to be removed. All right. All right. So now with that being said, guys, let's go to the next thing, because the next thing is going to be kind of graphic. So parental guidance is advised. Please be aware. Trigger warning, all that good stuff. We're about to watch some things that may be considered, you know, violent or, you know, mature audiences only. All right, so with that being said, what we're gonna get into is ICE. All right, and what ICE has been doing for the last few days, maybe weeks. These are some recent videos that I found while I was minding my business, being nosy on Twitter, and I thought that we should look at them together, and y'all let me know what y'all think. Okay, so first video.
Get back. Where are you? What law enforcement agency are you with?
All right, so with this video, guys, just to give some context, these men are basically putting somebody into the van that they're picking up for ICE. All right, they have the masks on and regular clothing, and you know, for all intents and purposes, this could be just a regular van, right, that somebody is using. So let's look at the video.
What law enforcement agency are you with?
You are required to tell me, where are you taking them? Where are you taking them? Where are you taking them?
Just ask you a question.
Where are you taking them?
Where are you taking
Where are you
civilians
taking
who
them?
just
You have to tell us.
without identifying
You
yourself
have
as
to
a police
tell us.
officer?
You are kidnapping them. Tell us where you're taking them.
Look at how they are putting this woman in the car. Now that is, Lord Jesus. Now that ain't right. I mean, I don't know. This is too much. It's too much.
Tell us where you're taking them. Tell us where you are taking them. You cannot do this. Tell us where. Hey.
All right, so that is the first video, guys. Now, the controversy comes where these people who are dressed in regular clothing and are driving regular vans around, and they're fully masked, just throwing people in the back of their vans. It is very questionable, and it is a very dangerous, it puts everybody in a dangerous predicament, right? Because, you know, what if people don't believe that these are really police officers and they get shot? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you not telling people where you taking they family members, that is a problem. That's a problem. It's not even like jail. It's literally like you taking these people to an unknown location that nobody may ever see or hear from these people again. Like, there has to be some humanity brought back into this system, y'all. This is out of control. And that's just the beginning. And I know some of y'all aren't going to like my views. It's okay. We can still, you know, we can still share the same space without having the same view, guys. Right? So let's look at this next video because it gets a little bit more disturbing from here. So let's just watch. This one is a pretty short one, though. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this one. So you see how they just basically threw her. Now, whether or not these people were being hostile, I don't think these people were attacking them or anything. I think they were just literally talking. But as you guys can see, they basically just threw her onto the floor and told her to get the fuck out the way. Let's look at this last clip because this is the worst one. Yeah, let's just look at it and we'll talk.
That was really cool, guys. You guys are super cool for that. Wow. Big tough man. Thank you. Big tough guys. She's getting your sign. She's getting your sign. Go get it for her. Go get it for her. Give me your sign. Give me your sign now. Give me your sign now. Fall down. You're gonna need some shit. They already got me earlier. You have to. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. Get We're not threatening anyone. We're not threatening anyone. We're not threatening anyone. Move out! Move out! Move out! How is she just move out? How is she supposed to move? You shoot her out! In the face! Let's go! Move her out! Right there, that's good. Get your boy! What the fuck is wrong with you? You said get off the property, you did! You got off the property! He's coming over to beat your ass! What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're disgusting!
Sheesh. I don't even know what to say. Because, I mean, that is insane. For these people who have no formal training to just be doing this to regular people. I mean, I would understand why you don't want your face shown. It would make sense. If you're going around doing stuff like this to people that you would never do outside of your uniform. Now you get to act in all types of ways that you probably been wanting to do now that you're an ICE agent. You can let your racism and your hatred, you can let it run free, run wild on these residents. These ain't even people that you actually arresting. These are just people protesting. So if you ask me, this is unacceptable. Like, we can't allow our law enforcement agencies to be conducting themselves like this. This is, I mean, that's just insane. Just imagine if a police officer would have did that to a regular person for protesting. That's insane. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Y'all done put a whole bunch of comments up in here. Let's see here. I think they stream in Spanish. That's the job of the media, to show a good or bad Donald. I don't think the government should have anything to do with the suspension if that was the case, just for the record. Yeah, I mean, it's just the optics made it look like Donald Trump had something to do with it versus it being just a business decision. I'm not that political, but all the stuff going on in the world is inspiring me to make post-punk music about the issues. Hey, do it, and share it with me. I'll be more than happy to listen. All right, By law, ICE does not have to tell that screeching woman where she will be detained. Yeah, so status quo, I get it. Obviously, you and I don't share the same views about this part. The only thing is that I will say is that there's no way that you're gonna take somebody that's with me, a family member, a friend, whatever the case may be, and not tell me where you're taking them as you throw them in the back of somebody's van. It's just not gonna ever happen. No, I'm never gonna condone that. I don't care what my views are. Humanity has to come first. At some point, you can't just be okay with seeing people get treated like this. That's disgusting. If y'all want to talk about Charlie Kirk, you know, people want to, not y'all, because I don't know what your views are about Charlie Kirk, but people want to show humanity and compassion and be nice for the stuff that they want you to be nice about. And then you can treat regular people who are just protesting or just want to know where their loved ones are taken. You treat them like this? Like this? No, you ain't gonna convince me on that one. Because I'm a human first before I'm a Democrat, a Republican, whatever y'all want to call yourselves. You are human first, and nobody should be okay with law enforcement treating regular people like this. This is not what they're in place for. They're supposed to protect and serve. Those people are scared. They are screaming. They are violating these people. They don't where they are going. Yeah, they know where they're going. They are blocking ICE law enforcement cars. That changed things from the protest to a riot. No, I'm not giving that a pass, Wyoming gal. Not giving it a pass. You can, if that's how you choose to live your life, but I'm not giving them a pass for this disgusting conduct. Not doing it. Beth says tossing a lady on the ground was wrong. Status quo says that Illinois facility has taken action against rioters who have impeded ICE's work. They could wait an extra few minutes and let her sit there. No, you're not doing it. You're not gonna get me to go along with this type of treatment of another human being that has not broken the law. It is not a riot. Stop the gaslighting. Stop the gaslighting. If anybody started the riot, it would be these ICE officers. This isn't as bad as the 2020 riots in Portland. Well, I wasn't a part of the 2020 riots in Portland, and I'm not that. Just because it wasn't as bad, it doesn't mean that this is good, and it doesn't mean that this is justifiable. The people were not law-abiding, though. They were definitely law-abiding. They were protesting, exercising their First Amendment rights. They should have stayed. They should have waited until that woman got the hell up. They're so cruel, treating these people like animals. This is so inhuman. They are tourists with money. They are not protesting peacefully. Look, y'all, like I said, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. If the police officer did that to a protester, the police officer should be suspended. Exactly. But they weren't protesters. The sanctuary cities need to take some responsibility for this. What makes you believe the onlooker was the woman's family? Well, what I'm saying is, even if you're not my family, you know, I'm saying if I see something like first person, like firsthand, right in front of me, you're with me and they take you. I would imagine if I saw somebody getting taken and put in the backseat of a van with people in the masks, with people with masks on, that anyone would be like, wait, what the hell are you doing? Like, no, you can't do that. It just is not an appropriate way to pick up these illegal aliens. It's not setting a good precedent for the community, because you're going to have bad actors that are going to go around wearing ICE. And really, you don't even have to wear ICE gear. You just buy some gear from the damn local Walmart or whatever. Put a mask on your face, get a van, and you can go around and start scooping people up. It's not a good thing it's not a good precedent to set for how to pick up illegal immigrants. That's the first thing. And it is really causing a huge divide with the country. And what this is going to do for Donald Trump especially is, when it comes time for these Republicans to, when it's come time to vote and get these people out, they're going to get these Republicans out of office. They're going to replace them with Democrats. Donald Trump isn't probably going to make it 4 years. He's going to get impeached again. So, people can say, yeah, let Donald Trump do what he wants. But y'all got to remember, there will be consequences. It ain't no there may be consequences. Y'all know he's only in office for 4 years. Y'all know that as soon as he gets out, he may not even stay that 4 years if the Democrats take control over the Senate and in a lot of these local areas, governments. So, it's like you can think that he has the winning hand, he has the upper hand. It's like all villains. They always look like they winning until the very end. They always look like they winning until the very end. So, you guys, I get it. Y'all want to just basically, y'all want to be able to affirm everything that he does because that's the person that y'all believe in. So he can't do any wrong in y'all eyes. And I get it. A lot of people are like that about Donald Trump. They feel like if he's cussing, if he's talking crazy, if he's talking without any sense, it's okay because it's Donald Trump. He can do what he want to do. We all have known him from that. Sounding like a fool. Making a complete ass out of him and all the people in his administration. Having them go around the table praising him and telling him how great of a person he is. How sick, demented, and twisted is that? It's like a cult. Literally like a cult. So I get it. People can't see any bad that Donald Trump does. They just cannot see it. No matter how you lay it out for them. No matter if they would have because we all know that if Barack Obama, and we doing the what ifs, the what if-isms, but yes, we all know. Guess what? We'll have to actually, he'll be out of office. It'll actually just go to his museum or his collection or whatever. All right, so, there's just such a long list of things that we can go over that just was not kosher for a president to do, that Barack Obama just could not ever get away with. The first day he said he was a dictator. Then he tried to rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, but ain't nobody standing for that. It's the Gulf of Mexico. the way that they've been supporting, you know, what's going on in Gaza, it's just, you know, it's just a lot of stuff that I just can't get down with. I don't care what nobody tell me. Ain't nothing that you can tell me that's going to make me agree with the stuff, the racist, the pure racist stuff that he's been doing, trying to whitewash the Smithsonian and all of these and the museums from the black culture, renaming ships from Confederate leaders. And I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that he's doing I can't get down with. I can't. Now, I'm not white, so I don't know what y'all can get down with. So I can't tell you what you can get down with. But as a black man, I can't get down with the stuff that he's doing. Maybe if I had white privilege, maybe if I grew up with that white privilege, maybe I could. I don't benefit from it though. So there's no reason for me to cheerlead it because I'm not getting shit from it. In fact, I would argue that a lot of the white people that are cheering him on are a lot of the white people that's about to get impacted by a lot of the stuff that he's doing. A lot of the farmers that are losing their farms, losing their workers, don't have nobody to replace these immigrant workers. A lot of these white companies that outsource overseas now are gonna have to pay $100,000. So, I mean, y'all can cheerlead it all you want. The fact of the matter is that it is ruining the country. It is ruining the economy. It is ruining regular middle class people. There's not going to be a middle class after Trump is finished. It is going to be rich and the poor. So I ain't rich. The only category I could fit in would be the poor. So this is just not the way that we want our country to look. This is not how we want our country to look. This is not what I want to see America being brought to. We're better than this. I think we're better than this. I think we're better than the way that Donald Trump talks in these interviews and on these speeches. I don't care nothing about Donald Trump. I care about America and how we move forward. And I'm tired of the division. I'm tired of the hate speech. I'm tired of the back and forth. I'm tired of the left versus right. It's exhausting. It is exhausting. You can't trust nobody. Not every white person that I see, I'm wondering if they racist. We can't do this. This can't be the America that we living in, y'all. So, Trump Day is coming. His true colors are coming out. I'm pretty sure the Smithsonian Black History is still intact. So, Wyoming girl, so you saying that he didn't try to dismantle the Black History exhibits in the Smithsonian? Whether or not it's intact or not, he tried to dismantle it and whitewash it. the farmers will have to pay better wages and our food prices will go up. You know who that's not going to impact? Rich people. You know who that will impact? Middle class people, poor people. What stupid and ridiculous fee to charge? He's charging American workers who want to outsource foreign employees. He's charging them $100,000. Now I gotta look into it to get the details. I don't know if it's $100,000 an employee or $100,000 just to be able to do it for a certain amount of time. And I don't know if it's like a monthly fee or, so I just gotta look more into it. But yes, $100,000 to have employees work from out the country. The middle class was already gone before Trump came. It's okay. We going to heaven. We need better candidates to vote for. I will agree with you there. You ain't never lied on that one, Wyoming girl. I do feel like our candidates are trash. Like, we do need better candidates. Let me go ahead. Yeah, we need some better candidates. We got to get some better candidates, some real people that really understand regular people, that understand, the everyday struggle of the American, not these rich donors and millionaires. And it seems like the government is now strictly for the rich. Everybody who has money is getting in power. It's just not, I don't like the government that I'm starting to see. It's not for the people. It's not, in fact, I would say it's more against the people than it is for the people now. And I know I sound like I'm whining or like I'm a victim and I'm crying about it. Look, I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do in any situation that we're in. But I would like to see us as a country be more united, come together, because we do need to realize that we do have more in common with each other than these rich people do, than the people that's in government do with you. The people that you are rooting for, they don't give a damn about you. They don't. They don't know nothing about groceries. They don't know nothing about grocery shopping. They don't know nothing about washing their own clothes, folding their own clothes, cleaning their own houses, cooking their own food. They don't know nothing about none of that. They live completely different lives from what you live. And so those people that you're rooting for, that you think that you're so connected to, and that you're willing to go against your neighbor for, we are willing to go against our own neighbors just to root for a man. Just to say go Donald Trump. We are willing to go against our own neighbors that live right across the street from you. Y'all are rivals now because one of y'all like Donald Trump and one of y'all don't like Donald Trump. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. This is not the America that I'm sure Martin Luther King was looking to build when he said that we should, it's not the America that they were looking at when they put the Constitution in place. And to not have a president that just shits on the damn Constitution. Like, what the hell is that? More a suggestion than law. So like I say, y'all, we can all have our different views, and I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to look at you any differently. There's plenty of people who will root and cheerlead for their own demise. Plenty of people. 60 plus percent of them voted for Trump in the damn election. That's how we got this man in office, because people want to see their own demise. Instead of having a distinguished, educated, experienced person in office, we would rather have a belligerent, narcissist, dictator in office. That's what we would prefer to have. We want people that cuss. We want people that say words that they would say, you know, with their homies. That's what makes us feel good. It makes us feel like they being real, because they don't mind talking crazy and calling people all types of names. So in our eyes, we think that's real. Like, we are some fucked up people. We really are. Yep, collectibles. I heard it this morning as well. I haven't looked in, you know, like I said, I haven't fully looked into it. I agree with you, Million. It is the mind-boggling, disgraceful, and stressful to watch our country go the way it's going. I'm a business owner, and my state is falling apart. My state is not friendly for small businesses. Million for government. You so stupid. That's so true. They don't suffer. They go to different doctors too. Exactly. A man who will not have your back. What's good, Laura? What's up? We didn't have a candidate that was distinguished to vote for. Now, why, Gail, I'm gonna let you have that one only because I didn't really like either one of the candidates. Just to be honest, I didn't like either one. I didn't like Kamala. I thought she was the best of two evils. You know, because I did hear him say stuff like, I'm gonna be a dictator day one. And I don't think that she would have had the gall and the balls to do the stuff that Donald Trump is doing right now. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, you know, we probably definitely would have a border problem. Had she been in office right now, we probably would have a border problem. I'm not gonna lie. If that's your views, right? We would still have a border problem, but we probably would be good everywhere else. we would probably be doing fine in other areas. The economy is growing at a much slower pace now than what was projected around this time. So I just can imagine that if Kamala had gotten into office, maybe, just maybe, we would be just a little bit better off. You know, not saying that she was a perfect candidate by any stretch of the imagination. I just, you know, she's never been indicted and been convicted of 34 felony counts. You know, so I don't see her trying to push the law to the extent of, you know, that Donald Trump has done. So, like I said, whether or not it's a good or a bad thing, we'll never know. Well, because we got him in office, and we got another 3+ years. So we just gonna have to deal with it. But in the meantime, y'all, we do have to figure out a way for us to stop this division amongst the parties. We gotta come together. Like, we not fighting this individually. That's how you lose the fight. They want to divide and conquer. That's how they win, and that's how we lose. I like what that man said about Disney. At the end of the day, they could be scared of Donald Trump all they want to be, but he's not the person with the real power. The people that really have the power is us. We are the people. We are the power. We're all that. Like, real talk. So, I just hope that we can actually see that. Just like in the next few months, years, maybe we can actually see that we are better together and united versus, you know, a two-party divide. And with that, y'all, I am calling it a night. This was a great conversation. I'm so glad that you guys put your views in, especially the people who agree with Trump, because hopefully, just hopefully, I may have said something that make you say, you know what? Maybe he has, I don't want to give it to him, but maybe he has a little point. Maybe just a little bit of a point. All right. So, but I don't want to force anything on y'all. If y'all like Trump, then hey, I love it. I'm not here to stop anybody from liking that man. If he starts doing the right thing, or if I see that what he has done starts bringing us some unity, some money, a better economy, you know, then I'll be the first to say, okay, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Let me give him his flowers. But right now, it's not looking that, you know, it's still kind of TBD. We gotta see, y'all. But oh, Wyoming gal, that's sweet. You opened a can of worms. That is so funny. I know I did. I should have known that this was gonna be something controversial, but I like it though. I like it because then, you know, if you say something that I can agree, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we both have common sense. So if you say something that just makes sense, then I'm not going to dispute it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to still be like, okay, as much as I don't want to, I'm going to agree with you. But thank y'all so much for coming in and joining the chat. Thank y'all for the Discord. I really do appreciate y'all having the conversation with me in the chat. Fat fish and work. I know, right? I know. Those can of words with my grandma said, don't talk politics or religion. You're right. But you know what? I want us to start having this conversation because I want us to be able to have open dialogues about different views. Like if we share different views without us being upset about it, without us getting mad about it, you know, we might get annoyed, you know. Hey, I mean, it is what it is, you know, but I think that it is important to still have these type of conversations. I would love to have y'all on the show, like if y'all want to call in so y'all don't have to be on camera or anything like that, but maybe we can, if we start having the conversation in a way where it's cordial, maybe we can prevent this thing that happened to Charlie Kirk. Maybe we can prevent that from happening in the future. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all. Let me get up out of here. I done talked y'all ears off enough. We done seen enough dramatic, traumatizing stuff for the night. That means you guys should be ready for tomorrow. I hope y'all have a great week. Thank y'all for being here with me. I love you guys. Please don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And until the next show, y'all, I guess I'm out.